Okay, people, so just back from checking out the new horror flick Companion. This is written and directed by Drew Hancock. The film is produced by Roy Lee, J.D. Lifshlich, Raphael Margaluz, and Zach Krieger. It's executive produced by Richard Brenner, Jamie Buckner, Pete Chapetta, Andrew Childs, Andrew Lowry, Josh Mack, Adam Ridley, Ryan Ridley, Tracy Rosenblum, Paulina Suzaman, and Anthony Titanegro. Hirschkesh Hiraway took care of the music. Eli Bourne was on cinematography. It's edited by Josh Ether and Brett W. Buckman. Nancy Nail took care of casting. Scott Cusio is production design. Art direction is John Duhigg Cox and Naomi Monroe. Kendall Anderson was set decoration. Vanessa Porter is costume design. We got hair and makeup, prosthetics, all of that. Gerard Borlaug, Hailey Hall, Valerie Carney, Shannon Dollison, Joshua First, Pete Gerner, Sasha Grossman, Philip Hara, Angie Johnson, Fiona Mifsud, Anthony Pep, Zachary Rips, Jeremy Sellenfriend, and Brian Spears. So our cast, right? We have got Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher. Josh, played by Jack Quaid. There's Kat, played by the great Megan Suri. We've got Eli, played by Harvey Guillén. His boyfriend Patrick, played by Lukas Gage. There's Sergey, who's dating Kat, played by Rupert Friend. Teddy, played by Jabuki Young White. We got Sid, played by Matt McCarthy. Deputy Hendricks, played by Mark Menuka. Matteo, played by Woody Fu. Josh's car, the voice of Josh's car is Ashley Lambert. And Joy is played by Eunice Holada. Okay. So, what is Weapons about, you mate? Weapons? No, Weapons is Krieger's next film. No, this is Companion. Yeah, what is it about? Well, a billionaire's death sets off a chain of events for Iris and her friends during a weekend trip to his lakeside estate. Right? Now, I really enjoyed Companion. I mean, I don't know what's going on, people. I really enjoyed Barbarian. Right? If you listen to the last podcast, right, where I talked to Ian Courtney about his movie Theatre Massacre. Oh boy, I have had a coffee. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I talked about that, how much I enjoyed that film, and that I was looking forward to watching Companion. Right? Now, I did think that Zach Krieger was directing it. I thought it's his next one that he'd written and directed before Weapons. But no, it wasn't. This is from Drew Hancock. And then I remembered, right? I believe Krieger came across the script, loved it, and was just like, yo, I'm going to help you make this film. I believe that's how this all came about. But yeah, looking forward to it. Didn't really know anything. So going in, you're like, okay. And we've got Iris and Josh going to this, his friend's house, right? Cabin in the woods. And she's nervous, right? She's nervous. But I think there's something about the interaction, right? There's something about the interaction. Also, you know, obviously the car, and I think most cars, you know, can have their own version of Siri, as it were. And she thanks the car, right? And there's just something about their interactions that seemed a bit off. And I was a bit like, you know, I think you can guess what this is very, very early on. And just, if you just pay attention to the way everyone's communicating, I think it really, you know, basically lets you into what's going to happen, right? You kind of guess the whole gist of the film, which then, you know, there is a point as well where they actually confirm a certain thing, right? It gets confirmed before everything really takes that next jump. And I'm just like, well, I mean, we pretty much knew, but also it kind of seemed weird, the confirmation, right? This is like, I don't think we need this. Like, it doesn't really seem like you need to do that, you know? So I think the film, it kind of felt like it was being clever, right? It's being smart, being like, you don't know, but, right? So when we actually reveal this thing, it's going to be like, yo. But it's just like, I don't know. For me, I just thought it was obvious. You know what I mean? I just thought that this reveal was obvious. It's not, you're not fooled. So the film then has to stand on the rest of the story. And again, there's things in this story that, like, where it just, you know where it's going, right? You know exactly how this is all going to end, right? It's only ever going to end in one way. But some of the things that happen along that way seem very odd choices, right? Seem very odd choices. And there's one thing, like, just, you're just like, why wouldn't you just do this thing that you can do? Just do that, and it basically clears everything up. So it's very odd that they do not, right? And even, you know, there's a lie that is told. You're just like, I mean, who didn't see that lie as well? You know, and the thing like, and you don't check, like, it's all very weird story-wise. I wasn't really in love with this story. I think everything else, though, right? I thought the acting was good. I didn't want to see Jack Quaid's sex face. That was horrific. Like, that was just like, oh no. Like, we cut to a scene and we just have him going, yeah. It's just like, oh, no. What are you doing to us, man? right? But I mean, the acting was good, especially there's parts where we see like someone processing changes, let's say. I thought that was pretty cool. That was, emotionally you could see exactly what was going on in that moment, and I thought that was good. You know what I mean? So the frustration, the fear, all of these things very well displayed. The actors did a fantastic job on those things. You know, like the effects were good. The effects were very good. You know, all of that works. All of that works. It's the story, it's the script that just, well, I say dialogue wise, the dialogue isn't the problem. It's just the construction of this story. That is the sole issue with this film. Because I enjoyed the music, the song choices, and all of that. There were times when I'd be like, if only you use the original song rather than a cover. But I did think the song choices were good. All of that works. It's literally the biggest issue with this film is this story. Because it just does not work. As I think the problem is, it's after Barbarian and how great and how smart like Barbarian is, because Krieger is involved, you're expecting a similar thing with this, right? That's what we're doing. We were expecting this similar thing, but we just don't get it. We just don't get that thing, you know? And it's just doing... It's like with the intelligence and the aggression. You know what I mean? It's just like, well... Just with those two things, you're like, obviously, right? And why would you max out? Like, there's not a need to do the things that you want done. So it was just like these weird things where you're just like, yeah, that's then gonna, So it became a bit of an odd film. I'd say Megan Suri is just fan-friggin-tastic. When you think about, right, where she came from, you know what I mean? Like the early stuff and to what she's doing now, right? Because I spoke to oh my god, because it was during BFI Fly. BF, I don't even know what is wrong with me and words today. Right, I spoke to Jonathan Wasuki about his film Dramarama, and she was in that, and she was fantastic, right? And then, gosh, there was another festival. I want to say it might have been Final Girls, right? But she was in It Lives Inside, another fantastic film. And you just see the evolution of Suri over the course of just those films. It's crazy. It is crazy. And it's just, man, it's always great to see like talent just rising and shining. So from that aspect, we get some very good performances. Yeah, again, it is literally just a story. It's just a story that is the problem. I would also say change the fucking poster, man. Right? Change the poster. The poster is awful. Because even if you're not paying attention to what is going on in the film, I think, the poster probably gives certain things away. I didn't watch the trailer, so I don't know how bad that is. But yeah, problem, man. It's a problem. But, it's not to say it's a horrible film or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just, I was hoping for more. So I think, now let's try and think, right? Like, if you enjoyed Heretic, right? Smile, either of the Smile films. Gosh, there was a film about an AI made on Netflix, and I cannot remember what it was called. But it's kind of like subversive, right? So if you enjoyed those films, I think you will enjoy Companion. It doesn't come close to Barbarian. So don't go in thinking this is going to be on that level. It's not. But yeah, if you like those other films, then, there's a good chance you will enjoy Companion.